Me, the most prolific Sega Master System speedrunner, playing a Sonic game? A Sonic game on a SegaCrew stream? Wah! Yes, it's true. I am still Patak, but I'm playing Sonic Chaos. So legally I am obligated to give you a chaotic run, which is my way of saying I am terrible at this speedrun. If I die, it is not my fault. We're going to do an any percent speedrun with Sonic today. So obviously, in theory, we want to be grabbing Chaos Emeralds, and we will be going to the special stages. However, we will not be completing them. So, we got Tails here. Tails is beautiful. I love the animation on that character, but he's slow. Today we need to be fast. So, we're going to play as Sonic, and I will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Chaos. So we are going to go into the Turquoise Hill Zone. I'll ask you to bear with me if my commentary is a teeny little bit jagged. Now, the first thing I'm doing is not spin dashing. I am actually using super peel-outs more, because with those you can keep a little bit better control of your speed. And that's the first level done already. Now in this level, if I'm careful, I can do a perfect transition to the end of the screen there, save a second or two. Beep. Who misses 90s internet speed? If you miss the 90s internet, that's the sound for you. Into Turquoise Hill Zone 2 again, I'm going to do a peel out. And this really is one of those games that makes Sonic into sort of a baby speedrun. It's not hard at all. He said doing the wrong thing. You didn't see that. Wake up. Speedrun started. You were dreaming. And I also want to be careful not to grab the wrong amount of rings. Not because Sonic is going to have a hard time selling them on cashforgold.com, but because in the odd-numbered stages, if you collect 16 rings and go a checkpoint, you'll get a blank sign and you'll have to spin it around again. Thank you, Paul. Into Turquoise Hill Zone 3. We're on to the first boss, and typical for me, the first boss is a lazy stratted thing. We're going to go to the Motorbug and we're going to kill it like this. Bye-bye. Nice and easy. Told you it was easy peasy. So I have ran Sonic 2. Sheem has ran Sonic 1. He can tell you about Sonic 1 and Sonic Chaos because he's got good times in both of those. He's in the World Championship tonight. He's a good speedrunner. I've ran Sonic 2 and I've got one of the lowest times on the board. As we go into the beautifully funky Gigalopolis Zone. Try saying that with a mouthful of Chaos Emeralds. And Sonic 2 is really interesting because casually it was my first Sega game. It was the one I fell in love with most. But as a speedrun, that is not fun. And the problem is the balancing of the difficulty. So the problem is that with Sonic 2, every time you make the tiniest mistake, if you breathe wrong, if you wake up at the wrong time of day, you're going to lose 30 seconds straight away. It's not fun. This, however, is a really good speedrun because a lot of it is very much more modular. You can just, nope out of single movement tricks. It's similar to Prince of Persia in that regard. It's kind of call, response, move, counter move. Of course, I'm a former chess player. I would be using descriptions like that, but, And unlike Sonic 2, for example, we're not using in-game time, so you don't even have to get your calculator out to do this. You can literally just fire up Live Split, and boom, you've got a run. Now, Gigalopolis 3, we're going to go and meet a giant caterpillar, because of course we are. Peel up here. No, I refuse to fail that. That's a baby trick. I refuse. For the honour of JKL, there we go. Take the invincibility, because I want to be safe. And here's a giant caterpillar, and if you go through the top route, he's only got 4 segments. Try explaining that to his missus. And that means that it's going to be slightly quicker to kill him. There we go. That's one of those things where when you're a kid you don't realise at all that you can influence it. Oh, Ariana, for the honour of JKL, JKL is the defending twice Sega World Champion. He's a top Master System speedrunner. And if he is up to the task tonight, if he's feeling well, he'll be defending his World Championship crown. Into the sleeping egg zone. We are going to break a load of blocks. Whoa, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Come over here. Do a stop. Do a run. Do a spin dash. Where am I? Oh. It's so slow. No, I failed. Nah, it's a bit of fun, it doesn't matter. See, that's the nice thing is I've only lost like 8 seconds, not 50. Sonic 2 is full of 45-degree slopes of doom, and they kill your runs because of the momentum. But the momentum in this one is really well designed, so you can keep your forward momentum from a peel out, for example, which we'll be using in Sleeping Egg 3. I mentioned the special zones earlier. I'm going to go to one of them now, because if you get 100 rings in any stage, you are instantly transported to a special stage in an attempt to grab one of the Chaos Emeralds. Here we go. Here's the special stage. Oh, we died. Oh, what a terrible shame. That means we skipped the level. Oh, that's such a terrible shame. We've gone faster than the game expected us to. Oops. Into the Sleeping Zone 3, we've got one of the awkward bosses. So we're going to do a load of peel outs along here. Run all the way down. And then we've got a position set up here, where we can bounce on him and get a quick kill. Thank you. Oh, crumbs. Made a mistake, that's okay. So if you're careful and observant, which is not something I am, you can just bounce on him forever, but sometimes he'll bounce off. But that's okay. Really nice design on these bosses as well. Of course, this was the third in the Sonic series on the Master System, ported to the Game Gear as well. I personally find this style of game better than Sonic Blast, which is not to denigrate that as a game or a speedrun. It's just a matter of taste. But as a kid, this was like, I was done with it quickly. Into the Mecha Green Hill Zone. Straight into the rocket boots and don't move. Avoid the digital coconuts, whatever the hell digital coconuts are. Ask your mother. Into the signpost we go, and we're already halfway through the game. I'm talking nonsense at the same time. SegaCrew, this is easy. Do more runs of this, please. Now, apparently Sonic 1 is like the primo one, so that's probably the one that people like Corbett would enjoy doing more, because it's more of a classical platformer, whereas this is... I don't know how I describe this run, actually. It's like, you can do one run of it very quickly. I'll try a little quick trick here. No. Tight window to bounce there. No. Come on, Sonic, you can do it. Free chili dog if you do it, Sonic. Come on. Come on, Sonic. Come on. One more try. There we go. Not bad for somebody who's only done like 12 hours of this speedrun. Makes a good 12-hour challenge actually, this one, because there's a really good tutorial by Icy, who's one of the top runners. It doesn't take long to learn at all, and it doesn't take long to get a run, or even just a decent run. I mean, my PB's in the low 12s. Really, it should be in the mid-11s, but I was doing it in summer, just trying to kind of get through as many speedruns as I could, and I thought, this is a good stopping point. And then I made the mortal mistake of playing Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, and I began to regret my life choices very much indeed. That is not my type of game at all. But I will tell you, if you want to know just how hard the Sonic series is, consider the legend, the absolute monster of speedrunning Berlin Dude, has got a top time in Sonic 2. What the hell was that? That's okay, you get to see the graphics again. They're pretty graphics. It's art consideration, people, it's fine. Berlin Dude has got a top time in Sonic 2, which means that that is a very hard game. The golden rule is if Berlin Dude's got a run on the board, don't touch the game unless you're mad, which explains why I've done it, and Shoplifter. Not Flintstones, but I will. Oh Kraken, I must differ. Alex Kidd in Shinobi World eats inputs like nothing I've ever seen. It's torture. I mean, Miracle World isn't that much better as a speedrun, I'll admit, but if you want something fast and flowing, this is the game for you, until we get to Aqua Planet. We lovingly call this Lagua Planet, because my god, the slowdown. My inputs are going to get eaten more than a sandwich in a Subway shop, and hopefully, if I'm careful, I can avoid being collapsed on these blocks here, because I want to go top route. Don't drown. Oh! Poo. We're going to go the slow route. It's okay, you all needed your daily dose of wet hedgehogs. So, this level, again, you can get 100 rings and unlock the bonus stage. This is why I advertised this as a race, because I intended for someone to come in like Lady Ariana did, with Alf and stomp me. But you stuck with me. But that's okay, because your reward for sticking with me is that you will be able to know just how to beat this game nice and quickly, and then say I'm faster than Patak. That's a good transition at least. So yeah, Sonic 1 is kind of the classical platformer, Sonic Chaos is the cool vibey one, and Sonic 2 is just like, oh god no, please no. Not that it stopped me. So Aqua Planet 2, we are going to try and again get 100 rings to skip the stage, lazy strats for the win. I mean, the graphics are absolutely beautiful, it's just that it's taxing the inputs so much. The one other thing I will disclaim about this game, the SRC staff do insist that you use a certain emulator called Fusion, which is just like, I don't like it. And if you've played on Fusion and on BizHawk, you will clearly know that the one has different input eating than the other. And if you want evidence of that, the word is Mortal Kombat 3 Shao Kahn. No. So Aqua Planet 3, we've got a boss fight, we're going to go boingy boingy. Hopefully Sonic has got lots of good bones in his ears because he needs the balance. Let's take the invincibility like a scrubber. Damn right, Paul. We have got some little digital birdies here. Twitter, Twitter, Twitter. And then we've got another robot here where we're gonna try and just jam him in on the West Side. I've lost my ring. It's okay. It's okay. Normative determinism. I declared chaos, therefore I provide chaos. It's just a terms and conditions thing. It's fine. You know. You want a Brit who's actually good at this game? Get Argic. This is nice to have a run in a marathon where I can just be terrible and not worry about it. Actually, it's... you know. I'm human after all, and I'm, you know. I would be interested to see Corbett handle this run though, because we know Sheen's extremely good at this sort of run with momentum, but Corbett's never done a Sonic game. And I'm not saying his CV is incomplete, but I'm saying I'd like to see Corbett run a Sonic game. Now maybe that's just the Sega masochist in me, but yeah, I've run some jank on the Master System, I think I'm justified in requesting it. So we are onto the electric egg now. Quite how you electrify an egg I don't know. Maybe Edwina Curry has gotten involved. And again, I'm going to try and do the 100 ring thing with the swing thing. Back the way, forward the way, avoid the laser. And then we've got a section where we've got open air above Sonic and below, because gravity. And if I'm careful and lucky, we're going to boing onto the monitors. Good. 100 skidoo. And I'm just going to show you this special stage because if there's one thing you all know about Sonic, he loves his chili dogs. But we've also got giant onion rings. Hey, tasty, tasty. And of course, I think you all know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to finish up on a very particular number if I'm good or lucky. Can I get the right number of rings? Do. It's also just about showing off the wonderful music. So like, the correct way to play this game is obviously to get all the emeralds. That's not the correct number. That's 2, 6. I need 3 more. I've only just remembered I can reverse. I promise I know what I'm doing with this game, I really do. Ah. Come on, Sonic. There we go. 2 more. Oh, crap. We didn't get the dirty number, but that's okay. That's okay. Sonic had his onion rings. To be fair, he needs them. All these calories he's burning. Can you imagine the metabolism of this hedgehog? It's insane. I'm going to do a little... No. We're going to do a little trick here where we bounce up there and avoid the pipe. Because God knows what Robotnik's pipe work is like, but I wouldn't want to be his plumber. I don't know about any of you, but I had the Sonic comics in the UK growing up, and like I've got photos where I've got nothing but Sonic everything around me, and if I had them I would dig them out and share them with you all, but yeah, lost to a mist of time unfortunately because I'm an old man. Yeah, the run is ruined. And already we are on to Electric Egg 3. So we're on to the final boss, Dr. Ivo Kinterbor, Ovi Robotnik, whatever you want to call him. A very fat man after my own heart. This is very awkward as a final boss, especially casually, because his machine is going to come at me very quickly and it fires lasers and diagonals. And if I can juggle him correctly... That's not correct. Ooh, I don't like that. Scary Mary. Grab a safety ring. If we juggle him correctly like this... Oh, Patak, you should learn to shut up. If we juggle him correctly, we can get a load of hits and just keep him in the corner. That's true, the rings could just be lead. And that's the first phase done with. I will let you know time does not end when I hit Robotnik here. Time will only end when he gets onto his platform and makes his hasty getaway. Go on, fatty. Time. And just to be very clear, I'm a fat man as well, so I'm not berating Robotnik as much as admiring his prowess. Unfortunately, we haven't captured the Chaos Emeralds, because as a Disney speedrunner, I was too busy getting the fake ones with Mickey Mouse. It's not a true ending. We have failed. And if you want to see success in this game, A, run it yourself, B, run it yourself, C, go and watch Argake or Sheem or any of the other wonderful runners of this game play it. But that is going to be all from me for today and for this marathon. Thank you so much for watching the legally mandated chaos. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will be back very shortly with some more fantastic Sonic runs. In a couple of weeks' time, will be running Mercs. Actually this time, instead of just threatening to run it, for Nissan TV Marathon. Thank you all for the GGs. That is about it. Run more Sega Master System, give Sega some love, and until I see you next, have a wonderful summer, and glory to you and your D-pad.